Hey guys, as promised, I'm gonna do a market watch. I went through and looked to see what I could find, and I think I picked a few good cards. I believe one of the subscribers mentioned this card yesterday, and I said that I would talk about it. I believe it was Ryan Tran, but you can let me know if I'm wrong. Sometimes can be. But it has two printings, one common, one rare, both going for around $9 to $12, which is crazy because they're, for one thing, they're not hollow, but this is being played in base. Because you can search this off of Cupid Pitch, and then if you have a level, or if you have a level 8 monster, I believe, I'll just check real quick. You can special summon it from your hand. I think it's maybe a Dragon Synchro. Yeah, no, just a face-up level 8 or higher Synchro monster. You can special summon this card from your hand. And it's going for around $11. If you have these, I would sell them as quickly as you can. I don't personally have any, but if I had them, I for sure would be selling them, because there's a chance that this will just get reprinted and goes from the past if Konami is watching and paying attention to what cards are being played. But then again, it might not be. It might be under the radar for them. But yeah, that is crazy that this is so expensive. Next is Incredible Ecclesia. I'm gonna refresh this because when I was looking through here, there was a really good deal. And I just wanted to point it out if you haven't picked yours up yet. I think it was going for like $46. Yep, so there's 5 copies here for $46.86 with only 50-cent shipping. And then it goes up about $3 or $4 to $50, and then bottoms out to $51. These are selling every single day. So I would get them before it's too late. This will definitely be played in Albaz as far as I know, because you can special summon this from your hand and then search either as, or you can special summon one Sorcerer or one Fallen of Albaz card. So if you're going second, this pretty much searches your Fallen of Albaz and helps you go ahead and start clearing their board, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, I would highly advise that you pick these up. That's a pretty good investment. I do think these will go for 60 plus here shortly. Could be wrong, but I would put my money on it that it will be. If you look through we can look through the sales history, but as you can see, like we have, starting with today, multiple sales, and then yesterday, lots of sales. I mean, there's just tons of sales every day. So eventually these will start to disappear. Next is going to be Illusion of Chaos. This was going for around $50 to $52 for a little while. It's calmed down a little bit. It's around 43. So I think, if you haven't picked yours up yet and you want this, you can get it. If you're like wanting to hold this as a long-term investment, and you're not worried about when you're going to pick it up, you could just wait till next year's Megatens, and this should drop down by quite a bit. I think this will be a collector's card, and it's just an insane card in general for Dark Magicians, and anything that's going to be using the Magician Souls. So I think that this will probably always stay above 20 bucks. I could be wrong, but I think that it will, just because people aren't going to want to really sell theirs. But it's a fantastic card. Next, I wanted to check in on Axis Code Talker. So the secret rares, there's only 23 listings. I personally need one, but I just really don't want to spend this much money on this. But it's around 110, going to 120. So if you want to get the $10 discount there, that would be a pretty good move. And then the gold rares are going for around 50, which just doesn't feel good spending $50 on a gold rare, but it is what it is. Next, I wanted to go over Dasher. We just got a secret rare and another common reprint, but I think the secret rare is going for $10. I'm not going to look at it specifically because I know for a fact it's going for $10. If you want that, I think that's fine. You can get the super rare too, and those are going for $5. I think that's what I'm gonna get. But yeah, all the commons are at least $4, except for the new one. But if you just need a cheap copy, I mean, $1.79 is really not bad. And I think that this will go down a good bit too, maybe towards like 90 cents to $1. I haven't looked at the ultimate rare in a while, but I'm pretty sure that that's still expensive. We can look at that actually. I'm pretty sure that's Power of the Duelist. So let's click Power of the Duelist. But in my opinion, I really would not suggest getting this. I would rather have any of these other ultimate rares here, honestly, especially Overload Fusion. I just really like that card. But let's see, these are going for mod play for 100, light play for 114, and near mint for 160. Then lightly played 170. I want to see what a near mint is. Near mint 205. Like, don't spend your money on this, please, because if this engine gets hit, this is gonna plummet. So I would really highly advise that you do not put your money into this card. Next, I wanted to talk about Abyss Dweller Ultimate Rare, and then just Abyss Dweller in general as well. This card was up to like $80 not too long ago. This doesn't show, but it was like 70 or 80 not too long ago. And now it's back down to like 59. And this card is incredible, especially right now if you can, make rank 4s. This is probably one of the best ultimate rares you can really get, especially out of an OTS tournament pack. As far as cards that haven't skyrocketed yet, because all the better ones than this have already skyrocketed in price. Except for also the Book of Moon coming out of OTS tournament pack 13. That one's also, like, I'd say probably a little bit better than this one because it is a 3 of as well, but that one's also going for like around $90. We'll take a look real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's going for 90. But Abyss Dweller is a really good pickup. Oops, I clicked on the all copies. But if you don't want to invest that kind of money into it, I would make sure that you always have an accessible version, because you never know when it'll spike in price, and there's really not too many printings. I'm gonna actually check in on Rafflesia because I see $22 here. There's no way. Okay, heavily played. Near mint unlimited for 35. I'm telling you, that's a good deal. Book of Moon market price 75. Yeah, you can get this for $75. That is an absolute steal. And if you haven't seen it, I will actually show it to you up close, because sometimes that can be helpful for people. I'll take the outer sleeve off of it too, because I can block a little bit, or we'll just take it all the way out to the inner sleeve. But here it is. Hopefully you can see the foiling. I will say my one comment is about the OTS packs is this whole book is not going to have any foiling, but it does have a pretty good foiling around it. I'll try to bring that all the way in. Super good looking card. Always would suggest to get these when you can. And I have seen these go to like 120 plus before. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just gonna try to put this back before I forget. I already have hundreds of cards laying out on my desk. All right, there we go. Yeah, I mean, not much more needs to be said about that, but it does bottom out on the first page to 88. So you're getting about a $13 discount before that goes up. Next, I want to talk about Psi Frame Gear Gamma. You can still get really good cheap copies of this, but if you look at the ultra rare, it's down to 10 listings. So it's really almost gone. I do have a playset of these, and this is my favorite version, but you can still get some really cheap copies for like $22. If you wanted to, you can double up this Postboard Gaming. They have the Incredible Ecclesias, I believe, that are going for the $46. But you can get 2 copies at 22, which is really good. And then after that, there's 1 light play or 2 light plays for 28. And then you're looking at $33. So I have mine. If I didn't, I would be looking to clear these out, honestly. I still might, but I'll give y'all a chance. We'll look at the other versions too, because I assume that other people probably do want to play this card in their decks, maybe not just invest. But I looked at this yesterday. We're not going to click into it, but these are going for $6.15 to $7. Not bad, but The thing is with the super rares is kind of in the weird mid spot. Like you do have a collector rare, but the collector rare is just like in the stratosphere. So like to me, I'm not going to invest in that because it has nowhere really to go. I mean, what's it going to be, a $500 hand trap? Like I doubt it. So you can get the gold rares for around 450. And what I really care about is getting stacks. So what we'll do, because you want to, like, no one's going to go buy a single, like they want to at least get a playset. Sorry, I'll have to click into this. Sometimes my computer doesn't recognize that I'm trying to scroll. So right here, this guy isn't, sorry, excuse me. He isn't verified, but he does have 92 sales. He does have 100%. And for, you know, this price tag, I think that's really not bad. But what you get is you get $3.75 per copy with $1 shipping, and you can get 4 copies. And if you're going to order a playset for yourself, just order the extra copy to have in case it goes up, because it quickly goes to $5. And this could be a $7, $8 card very shortly. This card was mentioned on Cali Effects. What's that series called? The staple tier list. And he said that this was like the #1 card for this format. And whether it is or whether it's not, doesn't matter. A lot of people watch those videos. I think he probably has close to 100,000 followers, if not more. And so a lot of people are going to be start buying these. And as you can see, you know, we bottomed out around the end of January at 330, and it's just been slowly increasing. We're about $1.80 more expensive than that. So keep your eye on this card and make sure you have yours, because gammas like disappear overnight. I've seen it time and time again. Next is Brilliant Fusion. I'm sure some of y'all have it. I actually have a copy myself that I dug out of some bulk. Looks pretty cool. But there's been some Gym Night support announced. They announced it like a couple weeks ago. And I've been meaning to talk about this card. I just keep forgetting. But you can get these for like $330. And there's no guarantee this is going to come off the ban list because they're printing support. But the support does look like it would almost not make sense to print unless they were going to give us this card back. So I think I'm going to hold on to mine and see what happens. But this card's ridiculous. Hopefully they do release it, because I don't think that it's too ridiculous. Next is an interesting tech choice for you budget players out there, or collectors that just want a nice looking secret rare. It's Get Out from Rising Rampage. And the only reason I remember to look at this card is because I saw it in my trade binder when I was going through that video earlier. Not trade binder, but collection binder. But these are going for $4 for lightly played first edition. And near mints are also around $4. There's not a ton of copies on the market. And the only direct seller has them for 17. So you might want to get these, because this is like similar to Witch's Strike, just like kind of hype builds into this, and people will start buying it out before you know it's $10, $15 card. So make sure you have yours. Next, I wanted to check in on Astral Kuriboh. This was like $5 or $6 on release. Now it's kind of come down to $270. I think that this is a really good card to get a playset of, because not only one, it's just a really good card for any decks that play number exceeds monsters, because you can special summon this from your hand and make it that level of the revealed exceeds monster. And it's just got really cool artwork. I actually have one over here, I think somewhere I could show you if I can find it. Okay, it might be below. Sorry, I have cards everywhere. Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool looking. I have 2 of them, but I guess I don't know what happened to the other one. Oh, there it is. All right, yeah, so I have 2 of them. I need to get a couple more. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty low risk card, because I don't think they're going to reprint this for a very long time. Going on with Brothers of Legend, Piri Reis Map. This did see a spike up recently to around the $4 range. I do have a playset of these, and I decided not to sell them, because I think that this will kind of go up and down, but generally trend up. And that looks like what it's doing. It hasn't gone back down to below $1. If you look in the price chart, it's staying above $2. And I think it will, because it's a generic card to, add a monster to your hand. But the only thing is it has to be 0 attack, and you have to normal summon at that turn. Or you don't have to normal summon at that turn, but you have to normal summon that monster before you can activate that activated monster's effects. So I don't know how many cards are out there now that this would be useful for, but there's definitely a chance in the future that we can get a really busted monster card that you want to activate its effect by normal summoning it, and this will just be a free search. So this is something that you want to get for cheap and just keep in your binder until that day comes. Last, I wanted to look at the Lost Art promotion. I was looking through here earlier, noticed that a bunch of these cards are down in price in general. Monster Reborn, I don't really care about that one too much. To me, it's just not, I don't know. It's not very exciting to me. I'd rather get like the original print Monster Reborn. But the Dark Magician Girl from 2020 is around 35, which is really good. If you get that 35 to 40, you really want to have one of those. But the reprint is going for around 30. I really think it's important that you don't just try to skip, say $5 and get this, because this one is not going to hold nearly the amount of value as the original long term. If you didn't know what the difference was, I think it tells you. Yeah, the set number is different. And also, if you look at the original, it doesn't have borders on the artwork, so your artwork is a lot bigger than the reprint. All of the Exodia stuff is pretty cheap. If you want to pick that up too for your collection, it's a good version to have. I don't really know why it's Lost Art. I don't see what could be different about this, but you'll have to let me know. Foolish Burial recently got bought out to like $21. You could get this card for a long time for like $12 to $14. And I remember when this was in OTS stores, I think this was the first Lost Art promo that I got. And it just made buying products so worth it. Like I would go to multiple stores to get these, because like if you got $35 worth of product, you would get a $15 card. So you're getting, $35 worth of packs for $20, which is pretty good. And that was when Eternity Code was out, I remember. But these are going for, $21 to $22, going up to $24. Not too bad, honestly. It got bought up a little bit, but it's really still not too bad. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, let's see what else. Solemn Judgments for 16 aren't too bad, but honestly, if you're going to spend that much, just go get the Secret Rare or the Metal Raiders print. I just think the Metal Raiders looks insanely good, like really clean. Burstinatrix is fine. I mean, it just depends, like if that's something that you're interested in collecting. I probably will eventually get one, but it's not like a priority for me. I don't think it's gonna, like, any of these cards are really gonna go crazy anytime soon. It's just gonna be a sitting game, like a very long time that you're gonna have to sit on these cards. Gemini Elf I think is pretty good. I actually am gonna probably pick this one up. That one's probably one of my favorites. Not a lot of these cards are playable anyways, so a lot of these are just like for collection purposes. I mean, there are a few like Skill Drain and Foolish Burial and Solemn Judgment and Monster Reborn, but a lot of these are they're just collection pieces. I wouldn't touch any of these. Like if you're gonna spend this money, go ahead and get the Secret Rare. Legendary Fisherman's cool. Like if you want that, I don't care for these really. Offerings to the Doom is one of my favorites, and I have that one. I think the artwork is super cool. Dark Ruler is kind of cool. Lumina is actually probably a pretty good one because a lot of people love Light Sworns. I could see that having value down the road. When there's not too many great versions of Lumina. There is another ultra rare, I'm pretty sure, or at least I know that the highest rarity is a super rare that came out of the champion pack, but that one's like $300+. So this is a good high rarity version to get. Barrel Dragon, pretty cool as well. Don't stick your money into like Fright for Leo or some of these lower end ones. like Enchanting Fitting Room is kind of cool, even though it doesn't do anything. I think that one's kind of cool. So is Foolish Return. Blazing Heat might be like kind of a low-key sleeper because it is mostly just a collector's card, but it's pretty cheap for what it is, really. But I think that's most of what I wanted to go over. Raging Area 2 is, I guess, just pick. I would, if I was going to get one of these, I'd just try to pick up a set and get the Storming Wind, I guess, with it. But I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you didn't see the collection video that I did earlier today, go check that out because there is a giveaway attached with that. But all you have to do on that video is just make sure you're subscribed, like, and then comment on that video. And then I will make sure that you're entered to win, which is going to be the Ogdoadic deck core. Oh, also I wanted to mention, because I didn't put too much thought into that prize, I actually have more cards that are going to go with that. I noticed when I was going through my binder, I didn't think I had any extra copies of the Ogdoadic spell, but I actually do. And I didn't stop to see how many extras I had, but how many extras I have will go with it. I don't remember where it was at. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's only one, but you know, I feel like that helps a little bit. So that'll go with it as well. And then I think that I actually have, there's another piece that goes with it. I'm trying to remember where I kept it, but I will go ahead and show that too if I can find it quickly. I believe that it's in this green binder, but there's other cards that need to go with it as well. I'm just trying to remember where I put them. They could be in bulk, which I'm hoping they aren't, because that means I'm gonna have to dig through a ginormous box of cards, which is never a good time. But if you're not interested and you want to go ahead and head out, you can, because the market watch is over from this point. But I wanted to see if I could find quickly find those other cards that I'm going to include. There's one of them. Where are the other ones at? I know I have some, that's the thing. Comment down below if you'll ever like have had experienced this where you know you have something but you just can't find it, and then you end up having to buy something. Happens to me all the time. Well, I can't find it now, but here's one of them. It's just like the Ogdoadic rares that kind of go with it. Besides just the hollows, you kind of do need those as well. But I think I do have an Ancient Guardian, a couple of Ancient Guardian boxes sitting in the closet with just a bunch of rares and commons from that set. So I think I should probably be able to dig them out of there. No problem. But anyways, thanks for hanging through that, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.